Good day, Tamers. It's a beautiful Friday somewhere, hopefully. Probably not here, it's pretty raining because it is autumn. But somewhere in the world it'll be nice and sunny, right? It's always 6 o'clock somewhere. So, we're going to go over the Demon Lord deck that is Mr. Lucy. We didn't always beat the greatest of Demon Lords. He was once upon a time a little cherub angel. We are going to start off though with the baby, and that is Mr. Cupimon here. Cupimon being both in the yellow and purple side of things, but as a lot of our option cards are going to be purple, we're going to run with the purple version, which is BT16 006 uncommon Cupimon here. On deletion, by trashing one card in hand, gain 1 memory. Now, you probably are going to explode yourself at some point. You are probably going to get beaten up. You are probably going to get shown down to Pound Town. It's pretty good if you can get maybe you can throw yourself in security early, and you go boom, and you can throw down maybe a, let's say for instance, Lucemon X antibody, and then you can bring out a Chaos mode, and then Chaos mode comes out and goes boom, especially if it is the EX6 one, and then you can bring out the X antibody for free, because we want to control things. So that is where we're going to start off here. Again, purple is here basically, because most of our option cards are purple. We are running 1, 2, 3, 4 purple only option cards, and then we do have access to some other stuff later on, but there will be some talks and discussions about things that you could add to this deck once we get access to them over here in the English side of the game. We're going to run 4 of the BT18 Lucies. Now, don't want to hear anything about it. It's a pretty good card. Digivolves from QP for a cost of 5. Yes, in the breeding area it's going to be very expensive, we understand this, and that is kind of how this deck wants to play out. It will be a little bit awkward, to say the least. Start your main phase on play by trashing one card in hand. Your opponent may trash their top security card. If the effect didn't trash, recover 1. So, starting off here pretty big. This is one of those where you're probably going to put it into your breeding area, so you're safe for a turn. Your opponent gets 5, you move out, start of turn. Do you want to trash? You don't? Well, I'll recover then. And that is still fairly good. And then end of your turn, once per turn, by placing one of your level 6 Digimon as your top security card, this Digimon may digivolve into a Lucemon Chaos mode from a trash without paying the cost. If you did trash a Chaos mode into the trash, and then for whatever instance you just throw down one of your level 6s, maybe something like Lava mode, as it is a 6 cost, maybe you can start the plays off in a unique way. Maybe not Lava, but to be fair, this deck does play a lot of things from trash due to option cards this deck has. Playing 2 of the Lucemons from BT4 is non-play, recover 1, and while you have 10 or more cards in trash, when playing this card from hand, reduce the cost by 8. So it is a 5 cost card. You will notice a lot of things here can become 5 cost because of Lucemon's effects. Then at all turns, this Digimon can only digivolve into Digimon with Lucemon in its name, and that has been a trend essentially forever up. One day we'll get a level 4 Lucy mode, right? And the Lucemon from EX6 here, Digivolves and Cupimon as well. When this Digimon would be played, if you don't have a level 5 or lower Digimon, reduce the play cost by 5. Pretty good if there's level 6 on the field, having this beast out for the sake of it. And then start your main phase on play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Angel, Archangel, 3 Great Angels, or 7 Great General traits amongst them to the hand, trash the rest. End of your turn by placing one of your level 6 Digimon on top of your security stack, this Digimon may digivolve into Lucy Chaos mode in your trash without paying the cost. There are ways to sort of deal with this in the current 7 Great Demon Lords build, but in this one it is a case of where you can maybe go up into the X antibody, or if there is a Lava on the field and you don't really need it, you can put it into your security, you can just then digivolve into the Lucemon Chaos mode from your trash, or however you want to get around this. I think it's a fairly good card. It does see some play. It is quite an interesting card. End of your turn, once per turn, isn't always used, but it can be here to negate some things going on. Running 2 of the Chaos modes from BT7, yes, the one from back in the day. Your Lucemon can digivolve into this card in the hand, ignoring digivolution requirements for a Digimon cost of 7. When this card would be played from the hand, reduce the play cost by 3 for every 10 cards in your trash. This card can come down fairly easily towards the mid to late game if you do get that far, as you do kind of pull up a lot of things into your trash. So having this reduced down to, let's say, 8 is possible. And then we also have option cards that are a little bit more lenient on that effect carrying on. But on play or when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Tamers or level 6 or lower Digimon. Tamer hate is quite rare, but purple does have access to a little bit of it. And Lucemon spiked Tamers for the fun of it. Playing 4 of the BT18 Chaos modes. Yes, the brand new one's coming out shortly for us over here. I believe it comes at the end of October, and it is the middle of October right now. Can we get access to this sooner than later? On play when Digivolving, your opponent may delete one of their Digimon or Tamers. If this effect didn't delete, recover one and trash your opponent's top security card. Very similar to the EX6 version. Some might say it's exactly the same. All turns was return when this Digimon would leave the battle area by trashing the top card of your own security. He just doesn't want to go. He won't leave. And you can't make him, unless you can do it twice. Looking at you, Levia. Then playing 4 of the EX6 Lucemon Chaos modes. On play when Digivolving, your opponent may delete one of their Digimon or Tamers. If this effect didn't delete, trash the top card of their security stack and recover one. We've heard it before. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area by returning one Lucemon from its Digivolution cards or the trash to the bottom of the deck. You may play one Lucy Satan or one level 6 7 Great Demon Lords trait Digimon card from the trash without paying the cost. Fantastic card in the 7 Great Demon Lords. Has a very good synergy with that deck, but also Lucy X Antibody is level 6, and it is a 7 Great Demon Lord. That being said, though, we are going to look at Lava mode now. Security, you may play one Lucy from your trash without paying the cost. I wonder how we got to the security. Breeding all turns when any of your Lucemon Satan modes would leave the battle area. By moving this Digimon to the battle area, they don't leave. And then all turns while you have a non-white Digimon with Lucy in its name, none of your Digimon with 0 DP can be deleted. Interesting, right? This can just be deleted by deletion effects or bounce to hand, and, you know, just whatever. But most decks don't run multiple forms of removal. Most things don't just digivolve you and then give you minus DP, or bounce you, or minus DP, and then pop you. I mean, you know, kind of to say if you're looking at certain things like Shine Greymon. But nonetheless, this is pretty good into yellow as a whole if it's trying to just like DP minus you, because you keep smashing into their security and I just can't die. Then we go over to Lucy X Antibody here in BT19. As you may be aware, the Lucemon deck does come out fully in at 2.0 as one of the better decks available in that set. Also, Nightmare, we'll get through that in a different video. Did you also level 5 a high Lucemon name for a cost of 3? So pretty good, pretty standard to be fair. And then all turns will return when this Digimon would leave the battle area. If a card with Lucemon in its name is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, by trashing both players' top security, it just doesn't leave. End of your turn will return, your opponent may trash their top security. If this effect didn't trash, recover one and delete one of their opponent's Digimon or Tamers. So this is the opposite of choice. This is you don't have a choice, and if you think you have a choice, you're just going to lose everything instead. So it's taking the last two Chaos modes, illusion of choice, and just poking your opponent in the eye and saying you don't really have a choice. You didn't have one before, now you really don't have one now. So it is a fairly good Digimon. 14k as well. He is a big boy. And again, he's a 7 Great Demon Lord, so he does float in from the effect of the Chaos mode if he gets a chance to. We are running 4 of the Satan modes. This is more of a case of it's just a very good card that you want in the trash that can be used for with the effect of the EX6 Chaos. When Digivolve and placing one Lucemon Lava from your trash into an empty space in your breeding area, without paying the cost, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. End of all turns will return trash your opponent's top security card. If this effect didn't trash, delete one of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers. The idea of this here is that they just can't stop you from playing your game, which is if they have no security, well, let's get rid of some blockers instead. 16k here, I can see some decks possibly having a way to sort of like stop this from doing things, but again, if the plan is to block or something like Hexablow where it wants to stop you from being able to swing because you have no sources, the end of both of our turns, I'm popping a monster. End of my turn, pop. End of your turn, pop. And unfortunately, don't always get that choice. If this comes out very early in the game, like turn 2 or 3, because you decided that I'm going to try and get rid of a Chaos mode, and the Chaos mode said, that's fine, I'll bring out a Satan, you're SOL, unfortunately. But if you've got insurance policies, maybe you'll be okay. We're going to play 4 of the Gospel of the Fallen Angel. It is a 7 Great Demon Lords traded card, but it is a 5 cost, which is unusual for this archetypal option cards, besides the Rise of the Great Demon Lords. Main, your Digimon in the breeding area may digivolve into a Lucemon from your trash without paying the cost. Then, place this card in the battle area. Main delay. By digivolving one of your Digimon with Lucemon in its name into a Digimon card with Lucemon in its name from the trash, the Digivolution cost reduced by 3, trash one option card in your opponent's battle area. This is our first look at option card removal. I believe this is like Clock of Time for Diaboromon, memory boosts, in trainings, scrambles, like Biting Crusher, Rivals Barrage. There are a lot of decks out there, generally purple decks, that have option cards that just sit back and just linger around. The Ancient's Call, whatever it is for the Imperial deck, there are a few things out there that this card does target and does help remove. That helps your gameplay go, especially because you want to do a lot of deletion by effects, and you want to get rid of those things. And you also do a little bit of playing by effects as well, which makes this a little bit easier to get into and remove your opponent's play choices. But it is the evolution of purple after all. Dead or Alive, a fantastic card. We're going to play 4 of this as well from the BT7 set. At main, play one level 5 Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. If there are 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play one Digimon card with Lucy in its name without paying the memory cost. This is also a security effect, so if it is, like, say, turn 3 or 4, you've had a chance to get your security, sorry, your deck into your trash, and your opponent hits this in security, anything is coming out right now. Level 3, level 5, level 6, level 7, lava mode if you need to. But, like, solid option card. You know, a lot of people think, like, oh, why do you want to run this in here? You're meant to be a control deck. You're meant to be making it so your opponent has to deal with removal. A lot of your purple Lucy's over here will just say, hey, pop a thing or, you know, recover me or treasure security. Like, the illusion of control is always here. We are going to play as well 4 of the purple memory boosts. If you play anything purple at the moment, you're generally seeing a lot of this just going into decks that just don't need to have Mist Memory Boost. You could run a Mist Memory Boost, or you could run the new Impmon card, which I don't think is available for us until 2.5, so you probably are the best if you want to do Mist or this instead. Purple Memory Boost, though, is pretty good. Obviously, you can only grab the Digimon cards, as this deck is mostly Digimon, but unfortunately, we don't have access to the yellow stuff just yet until LM set drops in December, which is unfortunately after finals for us over here in the European region. For Wisdom Trains, though, let's just grab any card that is purple. Unfortunately, again, can't grab the Lucy's, but can grab any of the evolutions as well as any of the option cards, as all the option cards have purple in their colour identity. We are going to run 7th Divine Cruise, which is also a 7 Demon Lords card, but it is a cost of 7, back to that magic 7th number, 777. Trash, your turn. When any of your Digimon digivolve into Lucemon X antibody, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, your opponent may trash their top security. If they didn't trash, recover 1. This sounds really weird, but the fact that your opponent gets the idea of, like, alright, I'm digivolving and I don't pass turn, you're going to trash that security for me, or you're going to give me recovery. And either or, they aren't going to enjoy that situation to be in, because you've basically just got a big giant body on the field that just says, it's time to die, sucker. As again, remember what Lucemon does. When this Digimon will leave the battle area, if this card with Lucemon in its name is in this Digimon's evolution cards, by trashing both players' top security cards doesn't leave, and then at the end of your turn, your opponent may trash their top security. If they don't trash, recover 1 and then delete one of their opponent's Digimon or Tamers. They're either losing 2 security this turn, or you're recovering 2, and they're going to lose a Digimon or Tamer. It could be one or the other. They could go, okay, I'll let you recover 1 here, and then next time I'll let you take its security. The illusion of choice is never really the illusion. The illusion is that you have a curtain in front of your face that says you might be winning this game if you can go faster than me. Which unfortunately, Lucy says I go pretty fast. And that is it for the main deck. There are a couple of cards we're going to look at now that are going to be coming out later in the year. I do believe both of these cards actually do come out in the LM set. So in America, if you want to play this deck, you do have access to the full variety of the deck, what it can do. And it might be more useful than what this deck currently shows what it can do. But we do have access to Amber Memory Boost later in the year, and this here is you can use this card, even though it's a yellow card, if you have purple on the field. That includes the baby in the breeding area. As well as reveal the 3 top cards of your deck, add 1 yellow or purple Digimon card amongst them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then place this card in the battle area. Gain 2 memory on delay. Perfect for Masty, and Lucy's going to enjoy it as well with all the little ones being yellow, but you do also get a chance there to pick up any of the newer Lucemons, as it's only the original Chaos mode that is purple, and Satan, who is also purple. Unfortunately, Lava is white, and you are going to have to kind of draw into it or get into your trash on its own, but that's neither here or there, right? You can also change the ratios around if you think that 4 level 7s is too many, despite the fact having access to it early through with the Chaos mode. Then you could just go 3 and 3 if that's what you want, or if you really want Lava, you can get 4 of those and have maybe 3 X antibodies and 3 Satans. You can shuffle the deck around as much as you think you need to be. We also have access to Purple Scramble. Now, this being said, this is only really good for X antibody to go into it cheaper, or to go into Satan mode for cheaper. I don't think it's really worth it on Lucy to Chaos. in any of the forms, and unfortunately it can't be used into the breeding area to make it Lucy become a 3 cost instead of a 5 cost. Although, to be fair, you're still paying 2 to do it, so it'd be a 4 cost instead of a 5 cost. But Purple Scramble here, main one of your purple Digimon may digivolve into a purple card in hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3, and place this card in the battle area. So again, you're only really using this to go from Chaos into X-Antibody or X-Antibody into Satan. If your opponent has a Digimon, you can delay this card, and then what that does is return 1 purple Digimon card from the trash to the top of the deck, and then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play 1 purple card. That's not necessarily the point here for this deck. This deck here obviously doesn't have access to a small DP Digimon, but what it does have access to is a lot of purple big cards, and the fact that you might need to shuffle back in a Chaos mode for the next turn, or you want to shuffle back in a X-Antibody because you can't use it to get out of the trash. And it could be a case of you want to go from Chaos mode BT7 and use X-Antibody the following turn. They can't get rid of it that turn, and you know this, so you're having to deal with a consequence of a turn later. But yeah, the deck has a lot of resources here. Wisdom trainings, reducing Digivolution costs, mostly just for Chaos into X-Antibody for a cost of 1 is really good still. Going into Satan mode for a cost of 4 is still pretty good, especially because the end of turn effect is just beating you around for the sake of it. Again, Scramble will be good when we get access to it, but that will be later in the year and possibly for the finals of America. And then the same again with the Amber Memory Boost. Looking at the top 3 instead of the top 4 is also quite useful. Having to put 3 cards to the bottom instead of 2 can be quite the negative effect. But if you are lucky to shuffle through 3 cards, find one that you want and put 2 back that aren't so necessary right now, that's normally a better point of contention. But yeah, this is the yellow-purple Angel Demon control deck, and hopefully it's something you guys will look forward to in the near future. So, peace out, goodbye, and remember your defeats. And also, do me a favour, like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.